Matt, like a lot of people in the city, I am bilingual and I love comedy. Here in Montreal, you have to appreciate the fact that you can go see a French comedian, then cross the street and go see an English one. But how do these two scenes communicate? Is a French joke funny to Anglophones and vice versa? The first obvious destination to get answers to these questions is Canada's comedy headquarters, Just for Laughs. Let's go check it out. Just for Laughs has been launching the careers of well-known French and English comedians for years, like famous bilingual comedian Sugar Sammy.
Cricket, you ever watch this, like baseball with a 2x4? And it goes on for 5 days. 5 days! You have to be unemployed to be watching cricket. Right? Like, it'd be huge in Quebec.
Paul Ronca is the director of Just for Laughs Comedy Pro and Film Festival. We asked him whether Montreal has the only true bilingual comedy scene in the world and what that means for its comedians.
Montreal is as bilingual as it gets in North America. It's not that it's easier in one language, it's that the opportunities are greater because of the realities of the market. But the reality is it's quicker for a Francophone comedian to rise, but there's a ceiling. There's a much lower ceiling. And the advantage in English is there's a much higher ceiling. If you're talented and you manage to break through, then sky's the limit. And that's why a lot of Francophone comedians now more and more are jumping over to the English side because they hit that ceiling on the French side, like a Mike Ward, and now he wants to try it in English because he wants to go higher.
I decided to experience both scenes for myself. I'm on my way to Comedy Works, a famous comedy club in the west end of Montreal. The name suggests that it's an Anglophone comedy club. But let's step in and see how bilingual comedy really is in this end of the city.
It's going to be an amazing night. All four of you. This is going to be great. This is going to be great. You guys got some people out supporting some comics.
So my name is Mo Aurora, which your phone will autocorrect. So if we become friends, expect a text from No Aroma. That's me.
All relationships are games. Only my love life, the game is kerplunk.
I don't need your approval. Leave. No, please don't.
Well, that was fun. There's a couple of jokes that I didn't quite get, like the car plowing joke. That's probably because that game doesn't have the same name in French. But overall, it was very funny. But on the 8 comedians that were present tonight, none of them were French. So let's try to figure out why. Comedian Morgan O'Shea told me the reason no Francophones were on the roster is that Comedy Works rarely attracts French clientele. However, he believes language is no obstacle for a talented comedian.
Yeah, as long as you're funny, you have a certain swagger and people, I don't know. You gotta if you go up and you're English, you're a little nervous and it's an all Francophone audience, they're gonna sense that. They probably won't dig it, but if you go up and you're just confident and you have good jokes, funny's funny.
We're now in a complete other end of the city in the French area, and we're going to Montreal's very first Francophone comedy club. It's called L'Abreuvoir, and we're gonna go there and see what the differences are with Comedy Works in the Anglophone area. Follow me.
Mais la plupart des gens que j'ai rencontrés, on dirait que les gens qui se font tatouer la face de leur enfant sont plus fiers de la face de leur tatou que de leur enfant. C'est vrai, le gars était comme « Hey, t'as-tu vu ça? Là, c'est mon petit dernier, c'est Mathis. C'est Mathis. Ah ouais, il est vraiment cute. Il est où ton kid? Je sais pas, mais ça m'a pris 4 heures face à face. T'as-tu vu, ça, c'est Mathis? Puis tu savais qu'il y a seulement 3 tatoueurs dans le monde qui sont bons pour faire des visages? Comme, ouais, visiblement, t'es tombé sur le 4e.
Hein? T'as déjà entendu un français parler en anglais, man? Ça protège, hein? Excuse me, sir, can you tell me where Sherbrooke Street is, please? Ça, ouais, bien sûr. Ça, c'est Sherbrooke Street, ça. You turn to the... It's to... ben voilà.
So that was the French show. It was really funny, way more packed than at Comedy Works. But it's the same outcome though. On the 8 comedians that were here, none of them were Anglophones. And I talked to the manager and he told me that Anglophone comedians rarely come here. But the two scenes are connecting through an emerging bilingual comedy scene. Established Francophone comedian Sébastien Bourgault taught himself English at age 37, looking to break into the English market.
So my name is Sébastien Bourgault. I'm a French Canadian.
From what I've understood, one day you woke up
Yeah.
and you decided that
I'm gay.
yeah, and that you also wanted to learn English.
Yeah, at the same time. Same time, I said, "Oh, guy is great, and I would like to talk to him in English." No, it's because I'm a francophone. I always care. I always want to do comedy in English. It's always my big dream. And I just want to talk in English, But I was scared, and I thought it was too late because at the time I was 37, and I said, you know what? Who cares? It's never too late in life. I did the bilingual show, so you think you're bilingual. I did this show just because it's to laugh, but to get a chance to francophone and anglophone to try in another language. But the first goal why I did that is to put anglophone and francophone in the same room and try to exchange and say, hey, you're not scared. You're not. Tu me fais pas peur. You're a human being, and open your mind. We are a human being. We just speak another language. Come on.
Bourgault is not the only one breaking linguistic barriers. Derek Seguin is another comedian championing the growing bilingual scene. We caught up with him while he was hosting the So You Think You're Bilingual show at the Comedy Nest.
That is a very fancy umbrella you have, sir. That is great. Did you anglophone or anglophone? You're anglophone, that's perfect because you mix it perfect. You're anglophone and your umbrella is clearly francophone. But not Québécois francophone, like Parisian fucking questionable sexuality francophone.
There are certain groups in our society that want all of us to believe that we can't mix. English and French can't mix. Mais tout le monde qui vit à Montréal sait qu'on vit ensemble, on travaille ensemble, on mange ensemble, on fait le party ensemble. English and French in Montreal, that's what makes Montreal the greatest city on the planet, right? So I think both sides of the stand-up community, that guy and girl that only work in French, and then there's guy and girl that only work in English but live in the. I want to try.
Ici dans un smart car, les rues de la centre-ville. Wow! Non, c'était comme si j'ai conduit ici à l'intérieur d'un vibrateur.
And then they try and fuck, I love that. It's different, but it's fun and it's the same.
It's a community. At the end of the day, it's a community of comedians, and whether you're doing it in French and doing it in English, and the minute you cross over, you find that camaraderie, that bond that exists there. There's no language barriers there.
We don't say on mange des rôtis. We say we eat toasts. Remember my 5 words? Toaster, toaster is the verb. I'm good, huh?
Yeah.
Because I toast, you toast, and we toaster.
Toc toc, Mathieu. Well, actually, I meant knock knock. And that ruined the joke. Mathieu, we've been scouring the comedy scene in Montreal, and we've come to one important conclusion. It's not the language that makes a joke funny, but rather the comedian's ability to connect with the audience on a cultural level. It seems like le futur of humor in Montreal lies in crossing those cultural boundaries. Back to you.